Hello, my name is Barry John, and welcome to Let's Play Ratchet and Clank for the PlayStation 2. I have two co-commentators with me today, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Mycroft Holmes.
I am Speedball.
Hey, welcome to a very classic game and one of the Pillarstone franchises of the PlayStation period. As people who may or may not have read the opening already for the post, this is a total spoilers thread in the commentary and in the thread. This game is so old, I don't care if you say how, Quark is the bad guy and Chairman Drek is an idiot.
Yeah, I love this series. There's not a lot to say. It's a good series. Every single game is fun, except maybe the 4-player co-op one. I never played that one.
All for One? I think I've got that hanging around somewhere.
Attach robotic ignition system. Thank you for using help desk technology.
So yeah, Ratchet starts out just a poor schlub, and then becomes a hero, though nobody treats him like a real hero.
He's a redneck, basically.
Yeah, he's basically a space redneck, yeah.
I mean, he's got the overalls already.
Yeah. So one thing I want to point about this opening video, there's no dialogue in this for the most part, because this opening video was one of the last things scripted for the game development, and they realized they needed a setup for it. And because it was so late in development, they couldn't bring the voice actors back to do any sort of dialogue work. So you get Clank's overwrought reaction there.
Just lands into the cockpit like Amuro. Yeah.
I think I've played every game in this series except for All for One. Actually.
Well, I'm just tilted my head over and I see Secret Agent Clank and Size Matters in my stack of PSP games, so...
Oh, I haven't played the PSP ones, no. I never had a PSP.
I do think it's a bit weird and funny that the PSP had a Clank game and it also had a Daxter without Jack game.
I've got those as well, but yeah, that's a thing.
I wish there were a new Jack and Daxter game. Did you hear the guy who made the Uncharted movie wants to make a Jack and Daxter movie?
Okay.
No thank you. Welcome to Ratchet and Clank. This is Veldin, our first planet. It is very much a tutorial zone, and the nice Gadgetron help lady will be doing her best to help us not die. Also, because my camera controls are wonky, I had to fix that up.
I'm gonna confess I never actually played a single Ratchet and Clank. So this is all fresh territory for me. I did play all of the Jack and Daxters, though.
I have played all Jack and Daxters. I never beat 2, though.
That looks like a trustworthy guy.
But I will say, I think my favorite Ratchet and Clank will always be Up Your Arsenal. The PS2 Up Your Arsenal. I think that's always going to be my favorite one.
That's the third one in the original trilogy. It's Ratchet and Clank, then Going Commando, then Up Your Arsenal. And I know that because the boxes are sitting on my desk here while we're doing this recording. Because
yes,
unfortunately,
the boxes are on your desk, not files in your computer.
Yeah, I've got the actual CDs in front of me because unfortunately, I can't exactly hook up my PlayStation 2 to a recording thing anymore. It's a pretty old machine. It's not running perfectly, so I'm running this game on an emulator.
I do have one question, John Barry. Oh, no, I should ask that afterwards. That's a question about an LP I was considering, so I should interrupt that with this.
Fair enough. But yeah, game is currently still in hand-holding mode. These enemies are very easy to take out.
And there's just piles of boxes to break for more bolts.
Mm-hmm. Bolts, for the 3 people who've never played this game before or never heard of it, bolts are the currency of the game. And This game, there's a lot of things happening in this first game that get changed and improved in later games. So things like the bolt economy gets massively overhauled in future games.
Yeah, they're just giving you hundreds of them right now.
Yes, but also look at how much I'm going to be earning and how much, say, the next weapon I'm going to buy is going to cost. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is a game where buying the Rhino is 150,000 bolts. That's it.
Yeah, in the next game, I think it's like I'm playing. I have what's the new one, the PS5 one called? Rift Apart?
Yeah.
I have the thing somewhere.
It's Rift Apart.
Rift Apart. In there, I think the Rhino is something like 6 billion.
Yeah. But this is our other alternate weapon right now, the bomb-throwing glove, which is basically Ratchet tosses a grenade at people.
It also auto-aims really well.
You can also use
It's a little wonky depending on which way Ratchet is facing, and if you use the manual aiming, it can sort of soft lock on enemies. But it is a very good weapon.
Yeah, I think that one shows up in pretty much the whole series. Hey, you've got a thing that shoots bombs.
Well, I also like the fact that the first weapon in the game, like aside from the melee wrench here, is a grenade throwing rather than a gun.
Yes, the weapons are some of the best part of this game because they are so inventive.
Oh, there were so many weapons in this game that got cut out of development because they couldn't make them work.
I want to say that the same developers behind Ratchet and Clank were the ones who did the Resistance series.
They are Insomniac
Yes.
games.
Insomniac, and they
I'd love a reboot of that, actually. If they could reboot that would be so
that'd be
awesome.
great.
So, literally, the rest of this video is cutscene. So, I'm not even going to apologize for that because this is still tutorial land, this is still setting things up. But we actually get our first real introduction to the interactions between Ratchet and Clank here.
Interesting.
Also,
Who's
I forgot
Ratchet
to turn on
voiced
subtitles.
With your wrench.
Who is Ratchet
Sorry.
voiced by?
I built that ship with.
I don't remember. I'll have to have a look at that
Currently, I'm in
here.
search of someone who will be of assistance in saving the solar system. Do you know where I might
Ratchet
find that fellow?
Well, he's on the radio every week.
Shit.
Other than that, no.
in
Just save the solar system
Clank.
stuff anyway.
James Arnold Taylor.
Okay.
Hello, citizens of.
He also did Tidus in Final Fantasy
Race the
X.
blog have a small problem.
Yeah, that's why I remember
So
him.
polluted, overpopulated, and poisonous that we are no longer able to dwell here. But I, Chairman
And
Drek, have a solution.
Executive Chairman
We are
Drek.
constructing a pristine new world.
Keep an eye on how his title changes over the course of the game.
So, what does this mean to you, you might ask? Using highly sophisticated technology, which you couldn't possibly understand, we will be extracting a large portion of your planet and adding it to our...
But here is... But I also like the fact that, here's the villain. He is completely upfront about his villainous schemes. Like, he's owning it, straight up.
Can I make a boomer-ass reference?
Go ahead.
They should have just contacted Magrathea.
And if you don't like it, you can take your
I don't get the reference. Sorry.
You've
I'm
never
bad.
read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Oh, those
We're
guys,
still
yes.
rolling.
Turn it off, you idiot!
I'm glad it made the same joke I did.
The people on those planets are hosed. Well,
Hey, it's the same. It's a joke so classic even Command and Conquer made
You
it.
could help me. If you could use your ship to take me to the coordinates contained in this infobot,
But
I might be able to gather...
I like
further
part of the
information.
environmental storytelling of this game. Like,
I can't.
you see
I'm using a crucial
Ratchet's
component.
first spaceship here. Because he's going to get several more over the course of the game. And just look how ramshackle it is.
Like, pretty much everything on this planet is garbage.
My
So yeah, of course his ship looks like it's made of
To
garbage.
take you to this wherever it is.
It's almost like it's made out of scrap and held together by bolts.
That is what I'm proposing.
Well, he may be a reject robot, but Clank is actually pretty sophisticated. I guess he's the opposite of Gur from Invader Zim.
Well, Gurn's pretty sophisticated. The problem is his software is just terrible.
Exactly.
This could be a problem.
But Clank is very much Ratchet's opposite in all ways.
That's where I've been stuck
He's
this whole time.
polite, he's honest, he's not a jackass.
Sorry. Oh, and by the way,
Well, I don't think
stop calling me
Ratchet's a
sir. My name's
jackass.
Ratchet.
I think you meant Daxter.
Yeah. Like, he's definitely the opposite of Daxter.
I'll just call you Clank for short. Hang on.
But, you know, casual interplanetary
It
travel.
would be most beneficial if your citizens were not in the city when my workers begin removing it.
Preposterous! I will not stand for this.
Unfortunately, you have no choice.
You know, looking at it in review here, like, a lot of these people have 3 fingers.
I want to say that was easier for them to render at the time as well.
Dispatch you without even...
Yeah, and Quark only has 4 fingers as well, so...
You have now officially worn out your welcome and my patience.
This is your last chance. Stop this!
And, of course, the robot Mook there has a cigar in his mouth, because why not?
A robot.
No, he's all yours, gentlemen.
I think that's actually a spark
Don't
plug.
leave any marks.
It could be both. Oh, okay,
Dead.
you know what? I take it back. The ship isn't scrap. It was scrap.
Clank? Where are you?
Now
But
it's
man,
dust.
have a look.
Oh, sorry about
Have a look at those PlayStation 2 textures.
We're not leaving the way we came in.
I mean,
Perhaps we could procure a ship from one.
the animation is top notch, especially for the time.
Yep, but we'll see you guys next time, because next time, Novalis.
Yeah.